can it?
Can't believe that's happening today.
Yeah. It was almost a year ago that Clint had David kidnapped. And then it all began.
Now he's being arraigned for all of it.
Yeah. You know, for months, I couldn't wait to throw the book at him.
What about now?
You didn't have to bring me. I could have gotten a wheelchair with a motor.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It'll be nice to have a friendly face around, so yeah, thank you.
Well, Jessica and Natalie would have come if you had let them.
Well, they don't need to see their father carted off to jail.
Our girls are much stronger than you think.
Yeah, I know they are. I know that all of my kids will be okay. Except Rex.
Oh, I have to prosecute Clint for Eddie Ford's murder.
There's no way around it.
He confessed on television. It would look very suspicious if I didn't.
What if he recants his statement?
Then he recants.
What do you do then?
What do you want me to say?
Honey, we both know Clint didn't kill Eddie Ford. I mean, it's one thing to let him take the rap for Matthew when we thought he was going to die, but to let him spend the rest of his life in prison for something that he didn't do?
You're worried about Rex,
Well, you saw him the other day,
when he came to visit you in the hospital?
if that's what you call it.
Well, he left very quickly, and Natalie said he barely said a word to her when she caught up with him. Clint, he's grieving.
No, it's far worse than that.
Well, then, do you want to tell me what this unfinished business was that he was there about?
It's not the business. It's the way he does business. The boy now has ice water in his veins.
Oh, you're worried about him. That's good. It's a lot better than not even wanting to recognize him as your son.
He's still a greedy manipulator. He proved that when he blackmailed me and took everything I owned.
His heart was broken.
Doesn't change the fact that he's on a dark path. I know Rex doesn't want to hear advice from me, but I have seen what happens. I have lived what happens when there's nothing in your life but revenge. Shane just lost his mother. He now needs a father to take care of him.
So this is about Shane.
Of course it is.
Gigi was... How about if we worry about you for a change, huh?
No, there's no need to.
Clint, you're about to be charged with a crime that you did not commit. Okay, not just any crime. Murder.
Viki, I decided when I confessed.
Yes, I know, but you thought you were dying. It was one thing to protect Matthew then, but now?
Now I'm going to prison for a lot of things I did do. Have you done the math on this?
No.
Even without the murder charge, I will be 90 years old before I get out of prison. Another 20 years just doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
We can't duck the question, Red.
What, you think I slept last night? I didn't. And I know you didn't either.
So what's the answer? Clint confessed, that's it?
Do you know what keeps me going? Matthew. He's fighting back. He's trying to come home, you know. It may take years, but our son is coming home to us.
Yes, he will.
Okay, so he comes home to have this normal life. And what do? We throw him in prison? Can you stand that? Because I can't. I don't think I can make it through next week, let alone a whole lifetime with that. This is a question we haven't answered, Bo.
I know.
Could you do it? Could you throw our son in prison?
What if it's not up to us? Someone else knows the truth.
The person who hurt Matthew.
And they could expose him anytime.
Okay, yeah. Well, the only thing we have to go on to figuring out who that person is this. Any leads?
Not yet.
Yeah. So, I think it's time that we accept the fact that we are never going to know who put Matthew where he is today.
Matthew killed our father?
Nora, you know that I won't stop looking for whoever hurt Matthew. I can't.
No, you can't. You have to keep investigating.
But Clint gets arraigned today.
He confessed, Bo. Unless that changes, I have to do my job. Now I'm doing court.
Let me know how it goes.
I will.
I cannot believe that your first trip after a heart transplant is to court. That stress cannot be good for you.
Oh, the ticker's fine. Until the doctor gives me the bill. Oh, Higgins. This is my attorney, Mr. Higgins. Mr. Higgins, this is Victoria Lord, my ex-wife. Don't start in on me now. I confessed on television, so I have to plead guilty.
No, you don't. I can make that confession disappear.
Right, but yesterday Matthew was so alert. Has he responded to anything today? Light, voices, any? Yeah, I know. You'll let us know if there's any change. Thank you.
You claimed that you were not in your right mind when you confessed that your heart failure and your medication left you confused and disoriented.
That's what it says.
Is it true?
You had a transplant. Were you clear-headed all the time when your heart was failing?
No, of course it wasn't.
So then I could read that and plead not guilty.
Dad.
Oh, you made it.
I'm so glad. I didn't think you'd make it in time.
Oh, I wasn't going to let my father go to court without me.
We caught the first flight after Zane's show.
I want to be here.
So did I.
It's good to see you so happy.
We are happy.
Darn straight. You belong together. I'm glad you both figured that out at the same time.
Yeah, well, we're all going to celebrate together when we take you home.
Well, you know something? I could be real happy just right here in this chair.
Excuse me. Nora, how are you?
Ready to work.
Nora, I know the things that Clint did were just awful, especially what he did to you.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lee presiding.
Be seated. We're on the record in the matter of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Clint Buchanan.
Hey, Gabe.
Hey, Paul.
What's that?
Well, since you couldn't come to the movie premiere, I decided the movie premiere would come to you.
Well, this is really a good time.
Last night wasn't a good time either, if you saw the paper.
We did.
I decided after that fiasco, a private family premiere is really the only way to go, and I can promise you something. We've got so much better production value in our movie than they didn't hold the diploma, for crying out loud. I also brought you a breakfast burrito.
Thank you, but...
Paul, it would really mean a lot to me if you were the first person to see my movie.
Well, then I would be honored.
Mom, get out here!
No, she's not here right now. Yeah, she's in court. Clint's arraignment.
Oh, so he's finally on his feet, huh?
Well, the hospital said he's well enough to go to court.
Then he's well enough to do time breaking rocks in prison for a while. Look, I know he's your brother, Pa, but he locked me away for no good reason. Clint should go to jail.
The defendant will rise.
Your Honor, my client is recovering from a heart transplant.
Of course. You may stay seated, Mr. Buchanan. This could take a while. Mr. Buchanan, you are charged with the following crimes. In the matter of DNA tampering, you are charged with 1 count of burglary, 2 counts of forgery, 2 counts of tampering with records, 2 counts of fabricating physical evidence, and 1 count each of criminal conspiracy and criminal solicitation. in the matter of the abduction and incarceration of David Vickers Buchanan, you are charged with 1 count each of kidnapping, unlawful restraint, false imprisonment, criminal conspiracy, and criminal solicitation. And in the matter of the death of Edward Ford, you are charged with murder in the 2nd degree. How do you plead?
Your Honor, my client would like to make a statement.
Your Honor, I have nothing to say.
Then how do you plead? Do you want to take the charges one by one?
No. Your Honor, on all charges, I plead.
Your Honor, wait a minute. I have something to say. Your Honor, I would like to amend the indictment.
How so?
I'd like to remove a charge. The Commonwealth will no longer charge Clint Buchanan in the murder of Edward Ford.
District Attorney Buchanan, why not?
Okay, it's not movie premiere ambiance, but hey, at least we got food.
Yeah, well, I'm not hungry just yet.
Oh, all right. Well, we can save it for intermission, I guess. You at least want some gum?
Every time I...
David, where did you get this gum?
From the kid that's the star of Hold the Diploma, Nate Salinger.